Very good day, everyone. And yet another time we have Sadath Pasha, sir with us, and who taught us in the previous episode about the how to become a future IAS officer and IPS and all that, right? And we also had a the detailed discussion about how to become, what are the roadblocks, what are the phobia, how we can go overcome and all that. And may God bless him. So, with our request, he said, okay, we can have a follow up discussion. Last time it was very holistic way it has been addressed. So now it is a great time that we can go a little bit tiny detail and then find out more detail about how to becoming AS and IPS officer. So this discussion is called follow up discussion to the previous what has been held. So, and if somebody wanted to know before previous version, you can catch up the first episode. And now this is the. I'm so happy and I'm so grateful to invite yet another time Sadath Basha sir. How are you doing today?
Thank you so much, Abrar. Alhamdulillah, I'm doing good. How are you?
All good actually. So what you have for us today? So just wanted to build the conversations about how we can become a future IPS and IAS officer.
It's great. Thanks. So, few things from personal experience, what I've seen among the students. I'll just like to share few things with them, with your audience, inshallah. So, first of all, the thing is, this is a marathon. Everybody should keep in mind. This is not a short-term goal. This is a long-term goal. That is the first thing everybody should be prepared. So there is something called as delayed gratification we use. We use a word called delayed gratification, which is one of the qualities of human beings, which separate us from animals. Animals, they just look for their food for that time and that's it, finish. But humans, we plan long term, 1 year, 2 year, 5 years, 10 years, 50 years, we plan. Okay, that's a special quality of us. So those who are planning to get into becoming officers, they should have this quality first of all, that success may not be guaranteed within 6 months or 1 year, sometimes 2 years, 3 years also. Okay. Many successful aspirants have taken 3, 4 years, 5 years they've taken, in fact. Okay. So this quality is extremely important. When somebody is planning to get into these kind of allied services, they should first prepare themselves and, prepare, I mean to say emotionally plus financially as well. They should plan their all their things, including their family status, whatever is there. They have to take all those things into consideration and come into this. Otherwise, what happens many of the times, because more than 10 lakh people apply for this exam, whereas the outcome is, can you guess what is the outcome? If you remember,
More than 10 lakhs.
more
Okay.
than 10 lakh applicants,
Okay.
aspirants. But what is the final result? How many people will succeed ultimately?
I can give a ballpark number, maybe
No
10
problem.
percentage. 10 percentage of.
1,000 members.
Oh my God. So very less than
Yes.
1%. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So it is 1,000 members who will
Okay.
succeed. That is fixed. Okay. On an average, it will be 800, 850, 900, approximately 1,000. So we'll take it as 1,000 nearest number. 1,000 is the maximum cap. Even if 10 lakh are brilliant, still only 1,000 will be selected. So all the 10 lakh members who apply, everybody thinks that they are going to become IAS officer. So that's the mindset, and that the mindset should be also that I will become officer. That's the mindset they will apply, and they'll put their honest efforts as well. But the reality is ultimately only 1,000 will get through the UPSC civil services exam. Okay, now if you ask me, sir, will all the 1,000 become IAS officers? No, not everybody can become IAS officers, because for IAS officers there is a quota, say 10%, 20%, say around 150 to 200 members can become IAS, another 100 can become IPS, then IRS officers, foreign service officers. So we have different categories there again. So even if they clear, if they come within 1,000, still we cannot guarantee everybody will get IAS. Only the toppers will get IAS, depending on each category. Toppers will get IAS. then IPS and Indian Foreign Services. The list goes on. So when there is so much of challenge, why do people still try? Okay, there is something called as hope that everybody wants to have that prestigious the tag of IAS is one thing, and this position actually gives a lot of satisfaction to people. So that's why because a person, I have seen many students who have worked in IT for 10 years, 5 years, not so satisfied. They're not feeling any meaning in their life. They trying to come here. I want to share one story of Kanishk
Yeah,
Kateri.
please.
He studied in IIT Mumbai and completed computer science engineering, and he was working for Samsung, South Korea. He was in Korea. So one day he decided, I'm doing a good job, but somewhere I'm not happy. I should go back and do IAS. That is UPSC exam. Can you guess what was the salary when he resigned? Just a wild guess.
Just uh, just give ballpark number, maybe 1 lakh per month or 2 lakh per month, 2 lakhs.
Okay. He was getting 1 crore per year.
My goodness, so it's too huge actually. Yeah.
It's a huge number. On 1 crore salary he was getting, which could have been a dream of anybody, any youngsters in India would dream of getting a 1 crore salary of per year. But he was not satisfied with his job. He says in his interview that I was not happy. I was getting good money, but I was not happy. So somewhere I felt being with people, serving people gives more meaning to my life rather than just sitting in front of my laptop and doing the work. So that is what triggered me to become IS officer. So he comes back to India, attempts UPSC and clears UPSC in his first attempt itself with All India rank 1.
Wow.
He gets
That's
All India rank 1. Okay, so that is the passion that drove him actually to do this thing. So we have a lot of stories like this. We have many stories like this where actually they are driven by passion and they want to do something to the society and they've become successful in first attempt itself. We have Ansar Ahmad Sheikh, who was the son of auto driver who struggled and he was so much into poverty that he was removed out of school during his primary school days. But he never backed out. He stayed calm. He stayed cool. And he was, begging 5 rupees, 10 rupees from his teachers to buy books because he didn't have money to purchase books. So he was doing odd work, cleaning, hotel cleaning work, all these things he was doing. And he put his best effort and he cleared it in first attempt itself. So we have a lot of success stories who cleared actually in first attempt. Okay. But we have many stories who actually could not do it in spite of many attempts. So what I say is put your best effort, but at the end there is something called as luck. There is destiny which is written. Okay. So first put effort, then there is destiny. We have to accept whatever it is. So putting effort is on our side, but results are not in our hand. Efforts are in our hand. So this should be clear to the students that whatever is in our control is only efforts. So all I have to do is put efforts, but result is not in my hand. Whatever result come, I accept it. That's it. That should be the mindset of the aspirant. So if they go in on that mindset, they will perform better. Otherwise, what happens? Most of the students, when I interact aspirants, they are tense, heavily tensed because they are very much uncertain about the results. They are very much tense, and many of them are having a lot of financial issues, mental issues, a lot of other lot of issues they're having because of this mindset. So they have to go with this mindset, open mindset that I will put my best effort. If it comes, it's good. If it does not come, that's fine. I have nothing to lose. I gain the knowledge. That is the primary thing. Ultimate goal is gaining the knowledge. So knowledge is irreplaceable. It is priceless. So many aspirants I have seen who gain knowledge. For them, there is a lot of plan B because many people ask me, sir, what is a plan B? What if I don't clear this exam? Is there anything that I can do? Yes, there are a lot of things that can be done. For example, they can become a faculty of their own subject matter. So they can choose their own subject, whichever they like. They can teach in a lot of academies. Academies offer flexible working hours and part-time working hours as guest faculties. They can visit n number of academies. That is one thing they have. Second thing is, if they want, they can open their own academies and provide coaching. That is one more way. And they can write books. Many of them have become authors, successful authors. and they can have their career in that way as well. So there are options. So failure is not fatal, we say. Failure is not the end. There are a lot of other options that can be done. The knowledge they gain, the transformation they have is a different thing. Whenever I hear any IAS officer speak, they tell one thing is, in this journey of IAS preparation, I transformed myself. That is the change in me. And that is what every one of us should look forward for, that there should be transformation. That positive transformation is definitely there for every aspirant. Every aspirant will get knowledge, before starting preparation of UPSC. And once he has done the preparation of UPSC, there is huge transformation in terms of knowledge, in terms of, perspective towards life, towards social issues. They look at in a different way. So I think that is something more valuable for the
Yeah, I
aspirants.
just wanted to just echo what you have said. Actually. One of the thing is
Yes.
that one of my friends who from the from the start, we were doing colleges and all that, and this guy is very fond of becoming an IPS officer, an IAS officer, and he wrote so many exam, and every time he used to be busy preparing something or the other and all that, right?
Okay.
And so many attempts, so many things, I mean, so many exams he wrote, but unfortunately did not get it. But actually, he nothing lose
Okay.
actually, but he became now he's drawing very good salary, and although he's not into what he aimed for, but his perspective, whole multi-dimension appeared in front of him. So he's a teacher,
Yes.
and he's all started writing the books and all that, right? That wealth of knowledge actually, so is now he feel like, even if it have become that things, I don't know how much amount of information he would have given to the society and all that, right? And but now he's super
Yes. True.
satisfied, and whenever we talk to him, and I feel like, he is his understanding and his interpretation to the issues and all that, very very enormous. I think I
Yes.
100% echo your words when you said that actually, like,
Yes.
when you are preparing this journey, although there is a chance that you may fail, but it is not the end of the tunnel, it is not the end of the road, but is always you may
Yes.
become more than what you have been. But you still, that is one thing. But you also nicely connected the point that we should always have a positive affirmation. We should not, in the beginning itself, we should
Mm.
not believe that, I'm gonna and I'm not, there is a slim chances I'm not gonna make it out and all that. I think those we should not have, because subconscious mind is very important, and once you have that belief and dogmas in your mind, the same eventually you
Yes.
may become. So I think very
Yes.
nicely you put up those
Yeah.
points. Yeah, yeah.
Thank
Please go
you.
on. Just wanted to echo your
Yes.
words. Yeah.
Yeah.
Please go.
That is one thing. And the
Yeah.
next thing is, many have the mindset, they have the superiority complex that if they want to become IS or IPS only, they will not write any other lower grade exam. When I say lower grade, in the government we have hierarchy which starts from Group A, which is IS IPS officers, then comes as Group B, the next level officers, Group C, clerical jobs, Group D, multitasking staff. So we have four categories basically. So many youngsters, I see that they are highly motivated. That's very good. They are positive, very good. I appreciate, but they have a superiority complex. They feel they will become IS or IPS officers, nothing else. Sir, banna hai to IS, nothing else I'm going to do. So that is something not a good mindset, I believe, because we should not be rigid. Okay, there should be some space for flexibility. So when we have space for flexibility, we are open to other options. Even life opens other options to us. So for example, somebody who is well prepared for UPSC exam, even if they don't clear UPSC, there is a good chance that they will clear KPSC, which is state level exam. Okay. So instead of becoming IAS officers, they can become state level KAS officer, we call, like a Tahsildar who takes care of a taluk, who is the head of a taluk. So from then again, there is a progression of their career. Later on, through promotions, they can again become IAS officers. So there is an option there.
They
Somebody who
can
wants to
further
become
write the exams and all that, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, while
They have
while
to
in
write the
service.
exams. That is an
Yeah.
option. Even through seniority, also they become. Even if they don't write, also they will become IAS officers. Even if they don't write, also through seniority, they'll become IAS officers. That is also option there. And my suggestion here to the youngsters is, please take up whatever you get it. Don't wait for the best. Give your best, but whatever comes, you just take it up, enter the system first, be there. Even if you have to join a clerical role, group C level, go there, be there. Then you get some time to prepare. One thing is, it assures already you have financial security. You already got a job, at least you got a government job. So even parents are happy, parents are relieved because in all this journey, more than the aspirants, the parents are more anxious because they have spent a long time behind the kid for the education. They waited till the graduation or probably master degree. They want their kid to get settled. Every parent's aspiration is my child, whether it is a boy or girl, should settle fast. They want to see them happy. So they will be more tensed. Rather than aspirants, they will be more tense and they will be waiting for some good news. So even if you can get a group C level job, take it forward, go give the good news to your parents so that they are relieved. You tell them that, mama, papa, I got something now, I will work here, along with this I work for my dream. So that's the best way. And even government of India has options that even if you go for service, you will get extended time. You have 5 years extended, 10 years extended time, you have opportunity, you can take leave and study for exams. Lot of options are available. So my suggestion here to the youngsters is, please don't wait for only IAS IPS. Take it whatever it comes. Just take it, enter the system, and keep trying again and keep trying. So that's how we should actually do. That
Thanks,
is one thing.
wonderful advice. Really, really wonderful. Many people think that actually. So I think once they aim for IPS, IAS, and the lower branches, if they, I think lower branch is also good. Actually, they can
Yes.
slowly accelerate, and then eventually they can meet their goal. Everything. I think very nicely
Yes.
you have put forward that point.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
wonderful, wonderful.
Yes.
And actually, like
Yes.
you have been recently addressing that, the news, and you also been featured in the newspaper, everything. So tell us the journey about that actually. So I wanted to pin up that part also as well in my video also as well. Yeah.
Okay. So I go as a resource person for the Hindu newspaper
Okay.
career counseling sessions. So where we address, the plus two students and graduates, for all them, we address. So there also we give them, the complete picture of what are the career options available. So the main thing we stress upon is there are options available, but you be flexible. You try your best, go for the best option, but have that flexibility with you that even if you can't, go get the best one, settle for the next one and keep trying for the best one again. So that's the basic advice we give them. And awareness is very important. That is one thing. And as I told you, delayed gratification extremely important. And one more thing is, when I visit any academy, usually when the UPSC results come, all of us from the academies, we put up the posters. These are the ranks from our academy. This is the case with NEET, JEE, and UPSC everywhere. Okay. So I always say that the credit should go to the student and his family first. Credit is not to us teachers, not to us the academies. It is for the student and their family because they have done a lot of sacrifice. The family has stood by the student. They have done a lot of sacrifice. They have pushed the student. They have supported them financially, emotionally, everything. So they should get the credit. So I always say it is the student's effort and the family's effort first. Then comes the academies and the teacher's effort. So in this case, the family has to be supportive. That is extremely important because in our career counseling sessions, we involve parents as well. So we counsel them as well, and we say that you have to stand by your children in their journey. The more emotional support you give, the more stronger they become, and then there is a higher chance of success when the parents stand by the kids. Otherwise, that creates a negative impact on the students when the parents are not actually supporting them. That is actually effect for them. So that's why there are a lot of suicides and so many things are happening in the society. We address that point as well. You know that every 45 minutes there is a student who is committing suicide in India. So every day, approximately 30 to 35 students are committing suicide. This is because of the societal pressure which is created. And this societal pressure is created, and parents are assuming that there is so much of pressure. Okay. Whereas actually there is no pressure in reality, but parents are assuming because they compare their kids with others. That is one part, very important part. Right from school, they start comparing. Their kid has got 99%. You should get more than that kid. He got first rank. You should get better than him. You cannot come lower. You should not get lower marks than them. They start from primary school itself. This is the negative behavior of the parents. So my suggestion in all my career counseling session is never compare your kids. We cannot judge any kid by just their academics. Okay, so that is somewhere I think the parents role comes into picture, because when I meet our IS aspirants and other aspirants, they are tense because they will say that, sir, what face will I go back to my home? They will treat me as failure. The entire relatives treat me as failure. The village will treat me as failure. So I'm very much scared. I'm very scared. I'm staying here. I'm going to stay here 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years. I have seen people staying for 6 years away from home. They want to make sure they go with some job. I have seen. So they are going through, a different kind of trauma they are going through, which is unfair with them, which is unfair with the kids. We should not be like that. So the parents have to be cautious here. The society in general, including all of us, we should not compare our kids. We should not put pressure on it. Beta, you tried, good. You could not do it, no problem. Come back. Life will not end here. We have a lot of other things to do. No need to worry. Recently, you might have heard, just because the NEET paper got leaked, before the re-exam itself, so many students committed suicide. They wrote, suicide notes that, no, I can't take it. I can't take the stress. So this stress is created by us. This is an unrealistic stress, I feel. The same thing is there in UPSC as well. So I always suggest, please don't take the stress. You do your best. That's it. So that is something we should do. We should take care of our assets. All these youngsters are our assets for the country. Not everybody needs to be IAS officer. Not everybody needs to be IPS officer. Somebody can become a teacher. Somebody can become a YouTuber, and they can bring, give a good impact to society. So there are a lot of things to be done. So this is something we need to take care. That's what I actually focus more on my counseling sessions, which I go for the Hindu, along with the IAS IPS preparation. I give these tips as well. Because I felt this is needed in our society.
Very much, very much. So I think you nicely summarize your entire content for the
Yeah.
benefit of our viewer also as well. And thank you so much. And so one thing I really wanted to ask you about the AI, right? So now AI is doing one thing is that so it's simplifying the information, giving a
Yes.
lot of information at the same time, and the attention to detail is coming down, and the attention
Yes.
span is coming down, and
Yes.
people now Gen Z and the people they don't prefer to take notes, and
Yes.
then they complete. Okay, I have a recording. I can go back anytime, and I think after that they never are likely to. Very less chances that they go back and go through the details, everything.
Yes.
So I think this is. I feel like at work or while pursuing the journey towards IAS and IPS, this could impact. Isn't true, or you wanted
Absolutely,
to add any
absolutely,
points?
absolutely. This will definitely impact, because the basic quality of any aspirant is reading habits. That is the basic quality. They should have reading skills. They should have patience. They should have consistency. If they have these qualities, then only there is a chance of success. So if they are addicted so much to the technology that they don't read, then it becomes very difficult for them. That is not going to help them, because most of my aspirants, even though they belong to Gen Z, they have understood the reality, and they stay away from most of the social media, except for any particular materials usage. They will not touch their phones. They will focus on the books. They go by the books, because books have given authentic information. AI, although definitely it helps, but there is a chance of error in AI. So keeping that in mind, we have to balance. Should have a balanced approach, that whenever is required, we can take AI's help as well. There is nothing wrong with that. We can use the tools, but the focus primary should be with the reading habits, which are through traditional books. That will help a lot.
Absolutely. I think you have greatly put forward that point, and I also echo the same point. Actually, like, I think, in the previous session we had, and that is something about neuro-linguistic programming. Tamim's sir has nicely put forward, actually. Anything documentary, if we wanted to put some phrase or questions and all that, you do your part and give it to AI. AI will refine the version and
Yes,
give it to you, right? So,
yes,
and then heavily depend upon the AI. Sometime
yes,
you will not be able to improvise your knowledge and all that.
yes,
I
yes, yes.
100%
That will impact our cognitive abilities. We will forget to think only.
true,
Like
true.
nowadays, everybody has forgotten to wash their clothes. They put it in washing machine. That's it. So if you ask someone to wash the clothes by hand, they will not do it.
No, and also one of the other typical example is that just think about 20 year back
Yeah.
and just 10 year back, and 1 decade or 2 decade, and everybody will remember the phone number like anything. So what
Yes.
was my first landline number is still I remember.
Yes.
Now people,
That's true.
even if somebody gives you number and they
Yes.
don't try to remember the number, or somebody
Yes.
is going in social gathering and all that where they meet a lot
Yes.
of people and all that, the I think the
Yes.
cognitive
Ability
thinking
is impacted.
ability is very
Yes.
important factor.
Yes. Yes.
I think
Yes.
that is
That is
getting
important.
missed actually. Yeah.
Yes, yes. I have many students who are Gen Z. When I ask them for simple calculations, they can't calculate through mind. They will try to, use calculators and write down. But I tell them an example. You go and ask the same question to a vegetable vendor who is probably a high school dropout or school dropout, and look at his answer. He will tell you answers faster than you.
True, true,
Okay,
true.
because he uses his cognitive ability, which is there inbuilt in us. But what we are forgetting our own strengths, and we are heavily addicting on AI. That is something needs to be balanced. Yeah.
I think this is, having said this is one of the area of concerns, one of the area where many of the young generation seems to have the same pattern. How we can overcome this? What's your expertise? What's your advice on this? So maybe we have to cautiously use AI. At the same time,
Yes.
like always, mind mapping will really help. Although calculator, all these things are there, but
Yes.
still simple, the one and the calculations and all that, they should start doing it from the mind. What are
Correct.
the tips you have? I saw
Correct.
that you have been also been addressing a lot of mathematical
Yes.
part also as well and all that. What advice can
Yes,
you give?
yes, yes. So what I do in my interactions with students, I ask them to, switch off their phones, keep the all the gadgets away, and I'll start asking them simple questions on math, simple mathematical calculations. So that's when actually they struggle. So they struggle a lot to answer simple things, including the toppers from the school. They can't answer direct questions where when I put them indirect way, they can't answer the questions. I make them realize that this is the impact of technology, and although you use technology, do not depend 100% on that. Spend some time on the traditional methods as well. That's what I say. Spend some time on the traditional methods, then use some time. Use this technology for some time. Do not get heavily addicted to this. This I tell to my kids as well. Do not get heavily addicted to the technology and gadgets. So that is something we have to tell, but still it's not easy. The kids won't listen so easily because they want easy food. We say no, like fast food. Everybody wants fast food. So it's not easy. It's a big challenge for them. But in my interactions, I made sure that they use the traditional method as well. So that is something when we have personal interactions, we can take care of those things. At home, parents should take care of this. That is very important because usually at schools they don't allow gadgets. So the kids use the gadgets more at home. So I think this is somewhere at home. Home is the first school anyway. We know that. So that is where the parents have to be cautious and take care. But I have observed one more thing, why the kids are using so much of phone. Many parents tell me that my kids use a lot of phone. How do I avoid? I ask them, you don't use mobile phone in front of them. Can you stay away from mobile phone in front of your kids? If you can stay away, your kids will also stay away. Simple technique, simple mantra, which I also observed with my kids. Because if I am using my mobile phone, my son comes to me and says, papa, mobile chahiye. So what I do when I am at home, when my kids are there, I try my best to avoid mobile phone, keep it away completely so that even we should not see it. We should not even see the mobile phone. And I switch off the data because even if when the data comes, the trigger also that there is a book called as Atomic Habits. Yeah, Atomic Habits. Yes, Atomic Habits.
Yeah.
He has put it nice way. The cues actually trigger our habit. The cues, the clue. So when I hear the beep sound of data, I go and use my mobile phone. Okay, there is something which has come. So this we should avoid. We should avoid the cues. So for kids also, we should avoid the cues. First, parents should avoid using mobile phone in front of the kids. Make sure it is at least away for 30 minutes. Later on, when the kid is away, you can have a look for 5 minutes if something is important. Again, keep it back. That way actually helps. That has helped me actually. So I try to engage my son with any physical activities, some games I play with him, and some physical games and all those things I do it. That's when he actually gets diverted again. Again, he forgets the mobile phone. But when I use my mobile phone, again, he comes back to me. So it's completely with the parents. The kids copy us.
Right. I think very nicely you have said. So they say that walk your talk, talk your walk.
Absolutely.
Meaning, I
Absolutely.
think as parent, as youngster, we
Yes.
wanted to be the role model. I think first of all we have to be in the higher state. Meaning
Yes.
we have to read physically books and all that. The more
Yes.
and more we do, and the generation will copy us and all that.
Copy. Yes.
And then
Absolutely.
we instead of we don't do, and then we just advise them
Yes.
very free advice,
Yes.
you don't use mobile and all that. I think this will not work. I
Yes.
100% agree.
Yes.
And also now you see that actually like, just take before that, the smartphone came into existence and all
Yeah.
that, right? So a lot of libraries, and in every city you will find a lot of library, a lot of people would be there and all that. Almost many of the library have been shut down, right?
Yes.
It is completely closed and all that,
True.
right? So
True.
I think
True.
this is one of the, even if you take one simple example, like British Council Library, very well
Mm-hmm.
known, and it is given so much knowledge about English literatures and
Yeah.
communications and all that. A lot of professional development programs were held on and all that. At least for Chennai, it has been closed, right? So because
Oh,
the volume of the customers or the readers are very very less, right? So
oh,
I think
yeah.
this is very sad reality. So would you like to
Yes.
touch upon this point? So,
Yes, yes, definitely. This is happening because post-COVID, this drastic change came actually because all the material was sent through phones, everything. So that's when the kids actually got attracted to the phone. So if we want to avoid that, we should have some interaction with the kids. So this generation is not like us. They don't like anything boring. They want entertainment, adrenaline rush, something exciting, adventurous. They like. So what I do in my classes when I conduct regular classes, I give them some picture using pictures. I give them some words. They have to observe the picture and guess the word. So I challenge them. So they want challenges. So they get interacted. Okay, okay. What is this? What is this? So I give them a book. Read these 2 pages. I'm going to ask you a quiz. So they want some challenges. So if we have to get them back to the books, we should use some books and have some competitions, quizzes, prizes, rewards. If we do all these things, definitely there is a good chance they will again come back to the books. So we can ask them to come back here. Make it adventurous. That's what I say. Make it exciting.
absolutely great, great advice. Actually, you have nicely compliment the points. Actually, wonderfully. So, any other things you would like to touch upon about? I think one of the now in this episode, what we are learning is that so have initially we've been aiming only for IPS and IAS. No, we
Yes,
are also
yes,
telling that there is also the other tier 2, tier 3, and
yes,
tier 4 and all that. That's
yes,
something which
yes,
I will take away from this podcast.
yes,
Another
yes,
thing you said that, so you never give up and keep trying and all that. And
yes,
then we also talked about the Gen Z, how we can be a role models, and before advising them, how we ourselves can be
yes,
a good role model and all that. Walk the talk,
yes,
talk the walk and all
yes,
that we
yes,
learn.
yes, yes,
And very nicely. And then you also shared about your journey about the Hindu
yeah.
newspaper and career counseling and all that. I will definitely pin up that also as well so that everybody can get benefited. Any other last advice you have for
Last
the
advice.
generation for,
Yes,
yeah,
definitely, definitely. Advice to them: teach the kids basic skills because the kids are getting more technical, less emotional. They're becoming. We have to be cautious about this. They're becoming more technical, less emotional. So emotions, empathy is a basic quality of human being, which should be there. Okay, technical skill is a quality of machine actually. Although we should learn technical skills, but it doesn't mean we should become fully technical. So we have to teach these basic qualities of emotions, empathy, and these things. These skills are irreplaceable by AI. Be it AI or any other skill, these skills are irreplaceable. So teach the basic soft skills, which are the basics of any human being. If we focus on this part, I think we are going to have a nice generation, future generation. We're going to get great leaders in all the hierarchy of society. That is something we have to do. And second thing is start early. Give them early awareness and ask them to start preparation early. That is second thing. Third thing is do not focus more on memorization. We focus more on percentage. So we should ask them to focus on visualization. What is this? What is the topic I actually read today? Ask them to visualize every day. If the kids do that, that will stay for a long-term memory. So which will actually help them for future any competitive exams for that matter. So starting early will definitely help them. So these 3 points I would like to make here.
Absolutely. Great, great. So once
Yeah.
again, I really wanted to take this opportunity to thank you immensely
Yeah.
for sparing the time with us and wonderfully like last time whatever the content been shared, it is well received by all the viewers, and I'm sure that this time also they will receive this content. A lot of beautiful point came up in this discussion. I really wanted to thank you once again for all your time and whatever
Thanks so much.
visions and you have for to make the young generations top leaders and all that. I'm sure that God will fulfill all your the visions and all that. So once again, I thank you for all your time and wishing you all the best and thanks once again. Yeah.
Pleasure is all mine. Thank you so much. It was really nice talking to you as well. I will be in touch again. Okay.
Sure, sure. Take good care.